Hello, my name is Dustin Keltoff, and I'm an undergraduate student at the University of Saskatchewan. I'm submitting this as my 3-minute video pitch for the I3 Idea Challenge. And so basically, I am looking for the first place prize of cash and professional services to get an awesome business idea off the ground. My business idea is for a service business called a doggy daycare. Now, if you've never heard of what a doggy daycare is, basically, it's like a daycare for human children, but of course it's for dogs. So the concept works because there's many people who don't want to or can't leave their dogs at home while they're at work or while they're at school. And they might perceive that as cruel. They have to leave the dog in a kennel. They might be worried about possible destructive behavior if they don't put it in a kennel. And doggy daycares are the solution to this. So the other reason is that there's substantial benefits to bring your dog to doggy daycare in terms of its health and wellness or well-being. And that's that it gets lots of physical activity with other dogs. It gets tons of socialization with other dogs, with other humans. Obviously, there's human handlers at the doggy daycares. And these concerns of health and well-being are being taken more seriously towards pets than perhaps any other time in history. The trends are clearly, showing that. So now there's only 2 major players in the doggy daycare business in the city of Saskatoon, and one is in the north end and one is in Sutherland. And that's fine if you live there, but if you live east of the river or south of College Drive, which is basically an entire quadrant of the city, you've got no doggy daycare. And while there's obviously people who live in that quadrant of the city that they work in the north end, they work in Sutherland, there's tons who don't. And if you don't, going to those daycares on your way to work and on your way back from work during rush hour either ranges from being, a big inconvenience every day to being totally prohibitive, and you can't even fathom going through all the work to go to dog daycare. So, in addition to this, in addition to the kind of location-based perspective as to why it's an awesome idea to have another doggy daycare in Saskatoon, there's another reason. And it's just supply and demand. If you try and book doggy daycare services at the North End Doggy Daycare, good luck. They are booked up for 6 months. Their waiting list is so long, they won't even put you on it. So clearly, there's more demand for doggy daycare services than there is supply, and that means that we need another doggy daycare. So my solution, or my conclusion, is that at least one additional doggy daycare is needed in Saskatoon. And the southeast quadrant of the city is clearly the area that has the highest need. So I propose to open a doggy daycare in this area to serve the unmet demand. And to do this, I'll use my in-depth knowledge of the doggy daycare industry. I'll draw on what I've learned through the U of S Entrepreneurship Program. And I'll also draw on what I learned through 3 years of running my own business. While a student at the U of S, I started a car dealership in 2008. I ran it for 3 years, sold $4 million worth of cars. It was awesome. I learned tons, and I plan on being able to use what I've learned through that experience and through everything else that I've done in my life to be able to make this doggy daycare an even bigger success than anything else I've ever done. So I believe for those reasons that I'm the right person with the right idea at the right time. So please give me the first place award. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time.